Malam Nasir El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State, has raised an alarm over the alleged abduction of Jafaru Sani, a former commissioner in his government. El-Rufai, who governed Kaduna between 2015 and 2023, before handing over to Sani, his preferred successor, raised the alarm in a post on his verified Facebook page on Thursday. According to him, the former commissioner has been illegally remanded in prison. El-Rufai said he was convinced that his ally was being witch-hunted for leaving the All Progressive Congress to the Social Democratic Party. Our colleague and versatile former commissioner during the El-Rufai administration, Malam Jafaru Sani, has been abducted in Kaduna by Sani's kidnapping gang, claiming to be the police this afternoon. El-Rufai continued to say, Jafaru was remanded in prison custody by a magistrate without any police first-hand information reports or charges by the State Ministry of Justice. On inquiry, we have learned that Jafaru is being charged with money laundering, a federal offense that neither the state judiciary or even the police have jurisdiction to adjudicate or investigate. Jafaru's real crime is his resignation from the APC and joining the SDP, and having been proposed as the replacement ministerial nominee representing Kaduna State in August 2023. The tactics are similar to those used against another colleague of ours, Bashir Saidu, when he was abducted on the 31st of December 2024 and kept in captivity for 50 days before he was released on bail. The ignominious role of some henpecked and compromised magistrates and high court judges in Kaduna State judiciary remains a source of great concern to us. We are watching and waiting as no condition is permanent and there will be accountability for all decisions and actions one day soon. What do you make of this statement, this developing story in Kaduna State?
Wow, this is very interesting, and I want to say it this way. I have a way of balancing my own thought, whether anybody likes it or not. The first thing I want to say is that it's also interesting that a former governor is the one crying for
what the actions of his successor.
Of his successor.
Preferred successor.
I'm just wondering. I'm also picturing the worst that would have happened to Wike should he not be a minister, because BBC would have taken him out of the state. I'm just not bringing it back to Rivers State. But on that, I'm saying that's why when we are in office, we should also know that one day we'll come back to this. But for El-Rufai, you would agree with me that El-Rufai has actually been, whether even as executive governor, he's been like any of us. El-Rufai can air out his view, whether as governor or not governor. He's been a very strategic thinker. El-Rufai will tell you, El-Rufai was governor when he criticized certain policies of the government, even as governor. And so for that, I will not wave out his alarm like that. But I want to ask a question, assuming, because the onus of accuse, the onus of proof is on the accuser. El-Rufai was the person who said, well, they are kidnappers and all of that. I don't want to go into that. But the coincidences are too coincidental. There's a word like that. The coincidences are too many that you begin to deduce certain facts from that. This Jafaru was a commissioner for 8 years. They were colleagues with the Sani. And then Jafaru has been there for about a year plus now after this outside the government, and all of this assembly probe and all of that has been happening. He's been in Kaduna. There hasn't been any arrest. Just 2 days after he decamped to SDP, and then that arrest came. So the coincidence could have been maybe because he just or did he become a criminal because he is no longer in APC, or were they waiting for him to decamp before they can do that? Then somebody who is in APC is not touchable in Kaduna. Is that what they're telling me? Because look at it. The man has been there. The man has been functioning there, talking there until he decamped. As soon as he decamped, he was now arrested. And look at the arrest. The charges is that for money laundering. That is a federal offense that should be prosecuted by the federal police or by anything or the federal agencies. Then you took it to a magistrate court and immediately reminded him. Did you remind him that you took it to a court before and he jumped bail? I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Did he jump bail at any time? Does he have the history of jumping bail that you just go there and then put him in a so that he won't run or something? This man has been there. If you took him to court, then allow him to defend himself and then allow him bail. Until the defense said, so why do you throw him and want to keep him there? The same way Saidu was kept for 50 days. 50 days is about a month plus. And so they kept them there. So why are you keeping the man there? What has the man done? And there is this incident. If the man was yesterday, as if I knew I was going to come here. You know, I was listening to, if I have my phone, I will just play it to you. I was listening to the comment of the governor on El-Rufai and even this Jafaru Sani. Obasani, yes. Yeah. You know, he came on the executive council and was on air. I think it was on the channel. On air, it was live. And he began to say, look at El-Rufai. I pushed El-Rufai to even come to Dubai. I was trying to get El-Rufai to buy a house. I find that if El-Rufai thinks of anything apart from himself, El-Rufai does not do this. As governor, he was just saying all of that. And he said, hey, Jafaru, my friend. Jafaru, my friend, is the worst of all. But so he was praising them on what they can do and how they cannot. All of a sudden now, they are now money launderers. He was the person who was in Dubai, who was trying to, he said he was the person who was trying to attract them to Dubai, to invest in Dubai. And these people are saying now they cannot invest in Dubai. So between him and them, who is the money launderer?
Now, okay. Now, I want to look at, different perspectives to this story. First of all, the police has responded, by the way, and the police said that within the law, they have the right to prosecute any offender. Yes. Regardless of the offense, be it money laundering, be it, as long as an offense has been committed against the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they will prosecute, and they have the constitutional right and backing to prosecute. Yeah. So now that should take care of whether it should be police also is a federal department. So that should take care of whether it is EFCC. Police can prosecute issues. Financial crimes, police can also prosecute if it comes to their doorstep. But on the other hand, the concern probably would be at the process. Yes, number one. The concern would be at the process. First of all, this is a federal crime, and it's related. He's been charged for money laundering. Money laundering is part of our substituted laws. Now, if he's being charged for money laundering, one would say it should be domiciled with the High Court. A High Court? Not the Magistrate Court. Now, Magistrate Court, by the reason of the Constitution, is limited to matters that it can actually entertain. Yes. And I think also that the Magistrate Court, when it comes to sentencing matters that is sentencing, it's above 10 years or thereabouts, they cannot entertain that matter. There is a limit to the sentencing that Magistrate Court can give. So that also further limits its jurisdiction over certain matters. Question would be, why would this matter, federal money laundering matter, let's say he's been accused of money laundering, why is it before a magistrate court in Kaduna State? That is where I'm coming. I wanted to take on the police, since the police have said that. Yes. Now, it is the police that arrests. Let's say that police now prosecuted Jafaru. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And took the matter to the magistrate court. That's what I'm saying. Why would the police do that? That's what I want to say. I said, firstly, it is within the right of the police to arrest a suspect. Now, but that suspect, for instance, if it's a criminal matter or it depends on the matter. Now, there are matters that the police will know too well not to take to certain court. Even this matter, I do not think that the state high court has jurisdiction over it. It should be the federal high court. Even this matter. And there are all over the country. So why didn't the police take this man to the high court at least? Why did they take him to the magistrate court? If it's the police, if the police has right. Because in fact, the police should also explain why they have to take a laundry matter to a magistrate court. A federal matter to a magistrate court. That means that matter didn't exist in the first instance. That court does not have jurisdiction. And then why did even the magistrate entertain such matters if it's not political? That is why they took him to the court that is of their convenience. The court that can do anything they wanted to do with. Now, issue of money laundering is a transnational matter in the sense that it transcends the country borders. Yes, of course. Sometimes money laundering happens even in Nigeria, and Nigeria can launder money from any part of the world. So it's a transnational matter. And it's still looking at the jurisdiction of the courts in this instance. And I'm questioning why a matter of such nature and magnitude will be presented before a magistrate court. Now, to a large extent, magistrates judges recuse themselves, particularly when the matter does not fall within their jurisdiction. But in the instance of the magistrate court in Kaduna State, the magistrate went ahead to remand in prison. Now, the question I want to ask now is, this case of money laundering, is it a bailable offense?
Now, firstly,
because there are matters that automatically is not bailable. Matters pertaining to murder, even attempted murder, they are not bailable, right? But issue of money laundering, is it a bailable offense? If it is a bailable offense, why remand him in prison?
Why remand him in prison? Now, I have asked, the first thing, the reason why you can remand, firstly, is that they do not have jurisdiction. And I'm saying that the magistrate, that is where the governor, that's the person that the governor uses to do his hedgehow job. By
you're accusing the governor.
No, but of course, that's the same place that Saudi went.
It is the police.
No. This is not about the police.
It is the police that prosecutes.
No, see.
In this instance.
See, when you say police prosecute, for instance, we are asking that the River State government is calling the EFCC to come and do something here. It is the
River State versus.
It's River State versus the man. It's not even them. So it is the police that is just at aid to arrest the person into where they are. It is the River State that is doing it. So the governor has, what they have done is to arrest him and take him to a magistrate court. All they needed to know is that he is there. Whether the case is bailable or is not bailable, is within their jurisdiction or not. All they needed is to remind him there immediately. The question is, was he running before you brought him? Was he at large? Were you looking for him and didn't find him? That you just brought him that day and then they reminded him like he killed somebody and I can tell you that I don't want to speak authoritatively on whether it's bailable or not. First is to look at the jurisdiction, whether it is within the jurisdiction of the magistrate court.
To entertain that matter.
And what kind of police that we know that this is not within the jurisdiction and not taken to the High Court. Why did they take it to the High Court?
So what you're saying is that this whole thing is shrouded in some sort of...
It's political gimmick.
Okay, you think it's political?
It's purely political. I'm shifting from thinking to knowing. I'm being frank with you because look at it now. Just a police should know where this case should go. If not that really, the police will tell you this is not our case. This is not the case of this. This is not the case of this. The police should advise. The police has legal department that should know where this finger. Nobody is saying whether they don't have right to arrest or not. No. But they have right to take it to the appropriate quarters. So the police have refused to take it to the appropriate quarters and took it to the magistrate court, which is the henchman. So that police is quote unquote some kind of police by the governor to take that person. And I'm telling Obasani, El-Rufai is out today. Be careful because you're going to be out tomorrow. You don't know whom you are dealing with. This man was supposed to be a replacement for this ministerial police. I don't know him as a person. I'm not talking, but he is a Nigerian that we should be able to speak for. Let the man come. If the man has committed a crime, let the man go to the federal and go to jail and refund the entire money. I don't care about that. But right now, you cannot use political means. Just after 2 days of the campaign, I'm an APC person in the first instance. You know I'm an APC person. But whether I'm an APC or not, I'm first in Nigeria before I become an APC. You don't keep somebody being here because you wanted him to do that. This man is a strategic thinker, just like El-Rufai. They are very strategic, and I think they are afraid of what is going to come up on.
I was coming to that point.
I think they're afraid.
I was coming to that point with respect to now El-Rufai defecting to SDP to a large extent will tilt. I think it will shake APC in Kaduna State. Yes,
if not in the north.
Jafaru appears to be, a person of reckon in Kaduna State's political ecosystem. Yes. And then moving to, form alliances, further alliances with El-Rufai to a large extent, it is to the detriment of, if the governor has hopes of second tenure, will affect him. So now you are saying that this is politically motivated. How is this going to whittle down the influence of Jafaru? That's one. How is this going to whittle down the influence of Nasir El-Rufai in Kaduna State? And how is this also going to whittle down the growing influence of SDP right now in Kaduna State because of Nasir El-Rufai. How is this going to whittle down this influences that I just mentioned in this quarters?
Let me rephrase the question to say how do they think it's going to whittle down? Because I know it's not going to whittle down. Instead, it's giving them more popularity. Because for some of us, SDP, we didn't look at SDP as anything in Kaduna, a viable platform in Kaduna. But all of a sudden, they are making it viable. I called somebody, a friend of mine in Kaduna yesterday, and I was asking this Jafaru El-Rufai, you know, why is this so important? And the guy told me, he said that if there is somebody that even El-Rufai will not believe will follow him to SDP, will be Jafaru. Because Jafaru is a man of his own. Like, quoting his word, he says he's a noiseless strategic thinker. He's a noiseless, he can be independent on his own. He can do anything he wanted to do. He was supposed to be a replacement for El-Rufai as minister. But he said no, that he's going to just work as in his private district in Kaduna. He's been there. And so when he came on board, they knew that something was up for that name to be thrown into that place, that SDP is going up in Kaduna. But again, their thinking is that if you begin to deal with the psychology of people, that some persons will go down.
Some more people will be scared.
They'll be scared going there.
Effect to SDP.
But what they have forgotten to know is that I have told them, for some of us who are from the riverine, that any water that is quiet, it just means that there's no fish. So if you begin to see fishermen goes to water and begin to throw net, then there is fish in. So when you begin to see people arrest people in Kaduna about SDP, something is happening in SDP. And check Rufai. Rufai has never failed. He's very strategic.
All right, very well. So as we round up this show this morning, what are your parting statements? First to Rivers State and then to Kaduna State.
First to Rivers State, I will say the right thing should be done. There is no time that is late for peace, but there won't be peace without justice. The right thing should be done. The governor should resubmit his commissionership nominees and executive to the district and allow them go to stand before the assembly and give account of their stewardship, if there was any stewardship at all. Then to Kaduna, my heart goes for Jafaru. I don't know you, but I'm going to come to Kaduna as a person. I will come to Kaduna to talk in Kaduna, because this is not about here, it's about Kaduna. I will talk in Kaduna because some of us, we think freely. We just want to just do something. And if you have done money laundering, be sure that I will support you are going to prison. But if you have not done it, be sure that I will support that you will go free. I will do that. I'm going to come to Kaduna.
All right, very well. Thank you so much.